The ATVs like this are very effective machines, but all of them have a certain drawback. They are very noisy. But not in this case. Hi there, as usual it's me, just a voiceover, you're watching Review Machines, and this is a big electric ATV Khan. As far as I know, it's the first in the world serial-produced electric ATV. If you know other, please let me know in the comments. This ATV is produced by Khan ATV company. I'll give you their contacts in the description. Actually, this vehicle is a result of 5 years work process. And finally, we see now a pre-release version of this machine. Today we are going to take part in one of the first hard tests of this machine, and I'm really looking forward to see it in action. So, make some tea and get comfortable, my friends, we are to start right now. First of all, let's look closer at the construction of this vehicle. The length is 4 meters, the width is 2.5 meters, and the height is also 2.5 meters. The weight is 2050 kilos. The frame is made of high-quality steel. The body is made of durable composite plastic. The diameter of the wheels is 1650 mm. All of them are equipped with a central system of tire inflation. The ground clearance is 59 cm. The ATV has an articulated frame. It consists of 2 sections. The articulation is done by a hydraulic drive. This solution provides a perfect off-roading ability and comfortable steering. But there is also a skid steering system. Let's look inside. The trim quality is very decent here. There are 2 seats at the front for a driver and a passenger. At the rear, there is a compartment for cargo and passengers. The steering is standard. There is a steering wheel and levers that control the skid brakes. The dashboard is under the roof to keep it away from dirt and water. The rear compartment can be modified according to the customer requests. By the way, there is a diesel heater to warm the cabin and batteries in cold weather. And probably the most interesting, let's look into the engine compartment. For this project, they chose a reliable Japanese electric motor from Nissan Leaf, 80 kW power and 254 Nm torque. There is a lithium battery with a heater for winter use. It's 350 volts and 150 Ah capacity. Besides, there is an inverter, 12 to 24 to 220 volts. Then we see here an air compressor and the integrated charging system. Well, it seems we've covered all the main specs of this ATV, and now I am looking forward to try this monster in practice. Well, it's common knowledge that various electric vehicles are becoming more and more popular nowadays, and it's hard to impress anyone with a new electric project. But in this case, I was impressed. My brain is used to the fact that the huge ATV must be noisy, and when this beast starts moving in absolute silence, it's greatly impressive, you know, it's like magic. I've tried various electric machines, but it's the first real big electric off-roader. Then I want to mention how comfortable the handling is. We have a steering wheel like in a regular car, and we use it for smooth maneuvering. If we need to turn around, we can use skid steering levers, and the turning radius will be minimal. And to switch on reverse mode, we adjust to push a button. Amazing! Now I'll let more experienced driver show us what this machine can do in our various tests. Speaking about the name of this ATV Khan, it's a Persian and Mongolian ruler, a conqueror of lands, so I think it's quite an appropriate name for this machine. By the way, Khan ATV company has been making similar machines for more than 5 years, so they have a serious experience in this field, and the base of this vehicle is very durable and effective. But in fact, it's their first electric project, and it's very interesting for all of us, how the electric drive will do in tough conditions. But we begin on asphalt, and as a matter of fact, the maximum speed of this machine is limited up to 50 km per hour. I think it's enough for such kind of ATV, but it can be higher according to our customer requirements. By the way, there are no any chains in the drive, and that is considered as a reliable solution. One of the advantages of an electric vehicle is an instantaneous reaction on the throttle and insane acceleration. If you need, you may crawl at a minimal speed in absolute silence. We hear just rustle of grass. But at any moment you are ready to take off. The acceleration is really impressive. It's able to hit 40 km per hour just for 5 seconds. I think it's a decent result for such a huge vehicle. Despite the size of the ATV is quite big, it's rather maneuverable. You may turn smoothly with the steering wheel like a regular car. But at any moment we can turn around literally on the spot with a skid steering system. Such a solution does a lot of good for maneuvering in a forest between the trees, or on water, for example. Now we are facing several quite steep ascents. And it's time to use a central system of tires inflation. The integrated air compressor can pump up all the wheels just for 30 seconds. Besides, we can choose what wheel to pump actually. For example, on a steep ascent, it's advisable we should lower the pressure of the front axle. This hint reduces the incline of the vehicle on steep ascent. And as we can see, they have enough torque to stop in the middle of the ascent and then proceed moving. And now we are going to test the thing in a huge swamp. Let's watch the ATV getting over this obstacle. But if you watched other our videos on the channel, you might have seen almost all possible models of such kind of ATVs, so you might have seen how they go in swamp. But now it's interesting how the electric drive can go here. And first of all I want to mention its silence again. All we hear it's water splashes. It's so unusual to watch the ATV making its way through the swamp in silence. The next advantage of the electric drive is a smooth torque and instant reaction on throttle, as I mentioned. But of course there are some drawbacks. The most significant is the range. With our battery 150 Ah capacity, the range is 4 hours of non-stop moving. By the way, the serial version will have a diesel generator in its equipment. That will enlarge the total range. Now it's time to test this ATV in open water. First of all, I should say, all the electric components are absolutely waterproof. As we can see, the electric version is moving on water pretty fast, probably even faster than regular ATVs with diesel engines. The matter is, the electric motor is able to rotate the wheels faster than diesel, that is why they have a higher speed on water. Well, undoubtedly it's an impressive ATV. You've seen everything, and I just want to remind you about the advantages of this electric model. It's silence, eco-friendly, simple and reliable construction, little maintenance, no need fuel, torque and speed. On the other hand, we have a limited range here, and the only thing I should tell is the price. And the price starts from $120,000. Yes, it's rather costly electric beast. And now it's time to wrap it up. Thanks for having a ride with us, my friends. Please post your comments what you think of this machine. Consider subscribing the channel if you like this video. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.